Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league settings and choose what role you want to run the show as, a coach or an owner. Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league settings and choose what role you want to run the show as, a coach or an owner. Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league settings and choose what role you want to run the show as, a coach or an owner. It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Packers and the Eagles, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Southern.
It's week 1 of the 2024 season, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Packers and the Eagles.
It's one of the happiest moments for any football fan. Welcome back, friends. A new season is officially underway. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 42. He's got Devontae Smith. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's got Smith. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Well, not what you like to see. Still just in the opening quarter of the season. And they have an injured player out there. Let's hope it's nothing major as he gets looked at. Perfect way to start the season as their opening drive has reached goal to go. He'll try to do it himself. And he's going to be touched down a yard shy of that marker.
That's all you could really expect from a sneak, Kate. One, maybe a couple yards. So in that way, their job was executed. But the play call, well, that leaves me and I think many scratching our head.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. Bringing them out, someone who wowed last year in his first chance as a starter, Jordan Love.
Kid, I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opener, right? Week 1, all has a sense of gratitude. All has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance. He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run, break tackles, and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. He'll cobble together a yard there. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Ready.
Love out of the shotgun. Getting out to his left. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Love from the gun. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers finish off their opening drive. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. Carlson adds the extra point. And the Packers tie it up as he nails his first try of the season. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Jackson now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. Now after the play, looks like we have somebody banged up. What we hope is it's nothing major. Don't want to see a serious injury less than a quarter into the season. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Great, set.
They send the tight end in motion. First down throwing for Hurts. He completes it in traffic. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
That's the... Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at second and pretty short. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Andrew Cooper takes it away. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off. Tick, tick, tick. Tick, tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Here we go, set. Black one.
They stick with Jacobs. And he's brought down for a loss. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop.
Ready.
On second down, Jacobs. Room to the right. And finally, he's down at the 5-yard line. An even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Set, go. Ready.
They'll run, Jacobs. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. 3 yards on the gain. Now they just need 2 more on 2nd and goal.
Ready up. Let's go now. Cut.
Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a gain of a yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. 3rd down.
Ready? Come on, set. Ready?
Going run again with Jacobs. And he's across. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Carlson good on the extra point. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Has this at the 6. And look at this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. They gave one away on their first drive of the season. Now it's time to get one back with a touchdown on drive number 2. A play fake now Hurts to throw. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. They strike for 23 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Marshall there to bring it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Hurts throwing again. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Andrew and Cooper there to make the stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Hurts now from the gun. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles earn the chance to tie it before halftime. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles tie things up at 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Packers and Josh Jacobs are not set to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. Now, as we get a chance to look at their picks from this year's draft, Brock, we see a lot of names that are set up to help this team, both this year as rookies and down the line as well.
Yeah, you really see the two draft strategies combined here, right? Best player available in drafting for needs. Some people will like one, some like the other. Personally, I think it's best when you add both to a class like they did. Some of these guys we're going to see right away, and others, well, they're going to have to develop to add some depth and serious talent down the road.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play.
Ready.
Thrown on first down, Love. On target to Musgrave. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Timeout taken by the Packers, their third and final one. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Loves to throw again. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Set, ready. Set.
Shotgun now for Love. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. The Packers trying to hurry to the line. And a man is there to knock that away. Target that time, Jaden Reed. So that brings up 2nd down.
Down.
Play fake, it's Love. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Love looking to pass. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. The Packers send out their punting unit. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so first and 10 may be our last snap of the half. He'll throw it. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that'll bring up second down. Back to throw it. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. One last play before the break. Looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7. Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with the start of the second half. The party's still going for 2 more quarters, football fans. We're back underway from Brazil. Nixon now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Here's the Packer offense headed out to start the third quarter. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punt, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their second drive. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. That was Reed Blankenship making the stop. Second down now, 7 to go. Jacobs running behind center. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And we'll turn our focus now to the flag down as he ends up out of bounds. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Let's go.
They'll run here following the penalty. And this is a nice gain. It's stopped at the 47. Pickup of 7, and they're going to need similar results now, 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Here we go. Fight, 60.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Hit made by Josh Uche. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. To the air with Love. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Set.
Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Ready. Check white.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. This is ahead for about 5. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Double 38. Set hut. Ready.
Blitz coming, Love. Left side into the hands of Dobbs. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Shot. 17. Set hut.
Throwing, Love. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
Second down now, 7 to go. And the play clock expires. This is going to cost them half the distance.
Delay of game, Austin.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. All right, here we go. 2nd down. He'll throw it from his own end zone. That throw behind his intended target.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. From his own end zone on 3rd and long. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. Gets this one away from a tough spot. Backed up inside the end zone. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter.
Set. Ready. Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Down. Hut, hut. Ready.
Love out of the shotgun. That's into the hands of Dobbs. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. All set up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Hut, hut.
They send a man in motion.
Hut, hut.
Running on 1st here with Jacobs. Avoids the defender. We've got a foot race. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers now trail by just a point in the 4th. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Packers tie this game at 21. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Jackson now to return it. And look at this return. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
No
Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. He's got Smith. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. With third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Escapes the pocket. This finds Smith. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. You're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. On the draw, it's Barkley. And they take him down right along the 30. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on third down. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They'll come up 1st and 10. They go to Barkley again. And he's able to push this down to the 12. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Eagles going for the win here. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. QB sneak coming. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
Certainly drop these quarterback keepers anticipating a whole lot more yardage, but I think it could be overlooked there since they did pick up the first down. If anything, they can see what kept it to a small gain over there on the sidelines, and they'll come back to it on the next set of downs.
They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. Dillon quick on the draw. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. The Packers take their first time out as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. He tries to sneak it. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. He'll try to do it himself. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. This just 21 yards down the pipe. And that one is good! And late in the fourth, they have grabbed the lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. The Packers returning their offense in this run. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready.
He'll look to throw it. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. The Packers trying to hurry to the line. Setting up to pass. This finds Dobbs. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. The Packers trying to hurry to the line. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. They connect on the deep shot. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So it's an Eagles win here in this one, as they take the first ever victory awarded here in South America. And no doubt the trip home from Brazil going to be a joyous one before it's back to business prepping for week 2.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in...
The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go here on Monday night. Gray going to return it. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Eagles led out by their quarterback, and he is the leader of this offense. Jalen Hurts has that calm demeanor about him, can make the big plays as well. Greg, here he is already in his 5th year in the NFL.
There wasn't really anything fancy about their performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, I thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. But if he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
He's going to let this one go deep. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up third down. Now it's Hurts. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Here comes the Eagles punt team. Mike Hughes on the return for the Falcons. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Falcons, led out by their quarterback, Kirk Cousins. One of the big moves in the offseason, Atlanta acquiring Cousins in free agency. He had 6 years in Washington, the last 6 in Minnesota, and now he begins his run this season with the Falcons.
If his preparation for this game is any indication of how he's going to perform today, Mike.
His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by their rookie second-rounder. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
You know, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and it kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the second round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a first-rounder. But I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be kicking themselves for skipping over him on draft night.
A pickup of 12 yards. Good for an Eagles first down. They'll run the draw with Barkley. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll try to sneak it here, and that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down. They'll run it here with Saquon. Wow, it wasn't for lack of effort. He tried every which way to elude the defense, but he was outnumbered. They finally got him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of yardage.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down, and this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting, but finally when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Now Hurts. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. 3rd and long. Throwing is Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground. And they finally get him down, but not before he brings it to the 4-yard line.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
Offside. Defense.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. They'll run with Barkley, and he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
Anytime you run a draw, you're hoping the linebacker reads pass and starts dropping into his pass coverage. That's what creates space for your running back to get going. Well, not this time. The linebacker saw it from the jump. He's able to penetrate in the backfield and take the runner down for a loss.
The tight end going in motion to the left. One more time, they try Barkley. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal.
Great, set.
So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. 3rd and goal for Hurts. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Harris Marshall. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That's his first touchdown of the new year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to take over for their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Now the second-year man out of Texas, Bijan Robinson. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9, just a yard short of that first down. Second and a yard. Cousins gonna throw. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Mooney in motion. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Nice run there by Barkley, and he certainly surprised a lot of people in free agency. Not only that he left the Giants, but that he chose to sign with one of their biggest rivals in the process. He now joins a loaded Eagles roster, and having him in the fold will certainly help as they try to get back to another Super Bowl here in 2024.
That one taken in, middle of the end zone. Harris Marshall. Touchdown, Eagles. His second catch of the game. and both have gone for touchdowns. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. To the right, that's Pitts. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. To throw is Cousins. He'll get this to Pitts once more. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do.
In trouble, and down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. He'll look London's way again. It's complete again. A gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Atlanta. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this 1st half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. 3rd and 9. Throwing is Cousins. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Eagles offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this 1st half. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He'll let this go for Goddard. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Marcus May.
So this was a great stress test for this defense, Mike. Everybody prepares to defend a quarterback from within the pocket. But how do you defend that quarterback when he breaks the pocket? In this case, watch everybody flow. Everybody stays with the play and maintains their assignment. They get rewarded for a chance at the interception, and he comes through with the pick.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing now, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Cousins to throw. That one on target to Moore. They get, and I believe the referee was...
Play is under review.
So that is what you want. I know sometimes it takes time, but they do get it right, and this call will stand. He's got his target. That's Pitts. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Now the Falcons will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. Here's Cousins throwing from the pistol. This throw pulled in by Pitts. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Falcons offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Cousins. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Cousins. To the left side in the hands of London. And he will get into the end zone. Drake London. Touchdown, Falcons. Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons are on the board. It's now 14-7. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Eagles offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. On the give, it's Robinson. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. Cousins now. To the outside, a catch made by Moore.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Here's Cousins. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Drake London. Touchdown, Atlanta. He's got another one. his second touchdown of the evening. Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Gray gonna return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense about ready to take over once more. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Two incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's got his man. It's Smith. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. To the air again. Hurts. That's three. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
Look, Mike. Is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Cousins now on second down. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for third and a yard. Cousins gonna throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. That is Jalen Carter, the Georgia product, barreling in for the sack. The Falcons getting their puncher out there. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that... A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Hurts working in the pistol. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Hurts will work here. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. Important punt here in this tie game late. A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. A first down throw for Cousins. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Second down, Cousins. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. The Falcons send their punting unit out as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Eagles offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. We're all even. Fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Looking right side, he's got a receiver. It's Smith.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
3rd and short, and Hurts will throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he's going to have the Eagles' first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn 4th down into a 1st.
This is intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
And that one not going to net too much. He'll get this down to the 31. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Mooney in motion. They'll go again with Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Give him 13 on that screen play, and a 1st down. Robinson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Mooney in motion. They'll run with Robinson. And they are all over that on defense. Good surge. Drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line. The Philly faithful making some noise on their feet before 3rd down. Here's Robinson. He is in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Falcons. On is Coop for the point after. It's up and good. And the Falcons have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken, Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took.
And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A give, and here comes Robinson. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. And here's Bijan. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. And it was their defense that led the way.
It's week 3 of the National Football League.
It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from the Superdome. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out, and the veteran leads them. It's their quarterback, Derek Carr, 9 years with the Raiders, now year 2 with the Saints, Greg, for a man who's now 33 years old.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games, and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding...
Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by their rookie second-rounder.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
The Eagles led out by their quarterback, and he is the leader of this offense. Jalen Hurts has that calm demeanor about him, can make the big plays as well. Greg, here he is already in his 5th year in the NFL.
Well, the nice thing about the NFL, Mike, is there's always next week. If you're coming off a good game, you got to put it to bed and come back and play well again. But in this case, things could not have gone much worse for this guy last week in that performance. So this game couldn't come fast enough.
Barkley has fumbled. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
And a nice run. He's got a first down tackle made right at the 35-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
Off the play fake, Hurts. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. To the end zone, it's intercepted.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
On 1st and 10, Carr. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. With that, why don't we take a look at the draft class from 2024. This was the year of offense, at least in terms of the first round. Only 9 defensive players taken the entire first round, none until the 15th pick. So these guys feel like they got some great value in adding a versatile defender. In motion is Hill. Play action now. It's Carr. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. A pickup there of 19 yards. First down, New Orleans. In motion is Hill. Off the play fake. Here's Carr. He's going to air this one out. Looking for Hill. And he'll take it on in. Taysom Hill. Touchdown, New Orleans. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Saints will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They had that pick on the opening drive that led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back. 1st and 10. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. To throw is Hurts. He's going to try it here again. That's going to be pulled in by Brown. It is a big play for the Eagles. A gain of 48.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he's in! Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Saints offense ready to take over once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter. Second down and 3. From the shotgun, it's Carr. The right side to Olave.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple...
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. It's a give now to Kamara. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down. Carr working out of the gun. That's deep for Olave. And the Eagles are going to get the football at their own 23.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. Now Jalen Hurts on second. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Demario Davis.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping them.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Carr. Catch made, right side. It's Johnson. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a first down. In motion is Hill. They'll go play action with Carr. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Now a 2nd down throw from Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw is Carr. And that is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. Our next drive getting ready to start, and we'll let you know what's coming up here later tonight. It is a good one. The Chiefs and Falcons in Atlanta. 2nd primetime appearance for the Falcons in the last 2 weeks. Then on Monday, a doubleheader comes your way. It's the Jags and the Bills in Orchard Park. Both the start time, 7:30 Eastern, followed by the Commanders and Bengals. That kicks off at the usual 8:15 starting time. On 2nd down, Hurts. Fires complete to Harrison Bryant. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down. Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Hurts finding Smith and an Eagle first down. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We're back to New Orleans after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To the air again, Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. On play action, here's Hurts. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
He's got his man. It's Smith. 2nd time they've connected on this drive, and 19 yards out of this one.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And I think after that last sack, we're going to see a little bit of a change in strategy by the offensive coordinator. He decided to go empty. There's no one in the backfield to help with the offensive line, pick up blitzes, and even if you have some opportunities downfield...
And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Third and long for Hurts. And the defense unrelenting, a third consecutive sack. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs. On first down, Carr. Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Saints going to use their second timeout as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Carr now on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Carr to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. Back is Carr. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on fourth and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. First and 10. On play action, Hurts. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Now, faking the give. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Hurts looking to throw on first down. Open man downfield is Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Off the play fake, Hurts. That's caught! And will take this one in. 75 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Saints offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
And I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
Now a 3rd and 2. Carr now. He's got his man. That's Olave. He's going to have the first down. And that one good for 9. And the drive continues. Here's Carr throwing from the pistol. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Here's 1st and 10. A run here with Kamara. Finding room to the 20. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Kamara. And he keeps the legs moving, able to get it down inside the 5. 3rd and goal. Carr working out of the gun. And he's in. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Saints. So now, with the lead up to 5, they're going to go for 2 and try to extend it out to 7. Now, Carr. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st down, it's Hurts. He'll let this go for Goddard. That is brought in. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. A big play and a much-needed one as well to gain of 43 yards.
The biggest correlation between scoring points in the NFL is your ability to generate explosive plays. And oftentimes, the best explosive plays in the passing game happen when the quarterback is outside the pocket, and great example of it here.
He's going to run it. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. Now Jalen Hurts on second down. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and that's going to lead to a fourth down. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will cut the deficit down to 2.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. They'll go again here with Kamara. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Carr. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. So, 3 quarters now. In motion is Hill. On the handoff, it's Kamara. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Here's a toss to the right for Kamara. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Carr. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line. And it's 4th down. Nowhere to run that time. Punt team got down there quickly, and they're going to stop him back inside the 10-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at him. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. Hurts to the air on 1st down. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way.
Line of scrimmage, the 7 for second and goal. One more time, they try Barkley. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Third and goal coming up.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
They'll run with Barkley. And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up fourth down. And this one online. And it is good. They move out front and take the lead here in the fourth quarter. So, after the field goal to take the lead, kicker is back out there to send this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Saints offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. In motion is Hill. They'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. To throw is Carr. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Now, Carr. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. Saints going to use their second timeout. They get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Carr now to throw on first down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Another try, second and 10. To throw, it's Carr. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. Big play in the game right here. It's third down. Throwing is Carr. Throw, left side, that's Johnson. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. Open man, right side. He's got it.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Well, they hook up again. Second time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down. Carr to throw. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. This is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Carr, that'll be caught, and he'll go down, back at the 4.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to look for the home run ball. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. We'll try again here. Second and 10. Hurts. He's going to look downfield once again. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. So this one, a win for the Saints. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the final play.